Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Royal Reporter Lydia, and today in this video we're going to be basically reacting to some of these tweets slash hate tweets slash hate comments, whatever you want to call it, on this video. Basically get rid of, again, it's a bit like getting rid of some of the rumours and the fake news, but also we're going to be reacting to these ridiculous Twitter tweets and fake news that is coming up on Twitter. I mean, I don't really use Twitter a lot because it's basically full of so much misinformation about the British royal family. So this video we're going to be basically addressing it and also reacting to it as well. So let's get straight onto it.
Right, so let's get started. So basically, right, so you'll see the tweets here, but I'll see them on my computer screen, so do not worry, we'll both be able to see them. So yes, this new report, sorry. So this first tweet says, new report, Duchy land is our land, not royal land, and it's obviously from the Republic Party. Of course it's from the Republic Party. They're constantly stalking the royal family, complaining about them, and have no actual, idea of what they do. They just see their money and go, oh my god, they're taking all the money, and this is not how it works at all. So let me explain how it works, right? So the Duchy lands, they've said it's not our land, and it's not really true in the way that Republic supporters have actually claimed. You know, the royal family doesn't personally own the duchies of Lancaster or Cornwall, nor do they treat them as if they're their own private property. You know, they've never gone to the Duchy of Cornwall or Lancaster and gone, oh, welcome to my land. You know, they've never done that. They've said the people of the Duchy of Lancaster or the people of the Duchy of Cornwall, because they know that the place belongs to them, not to the royal family. And the royal family know this, and if the Republic Party actually bothered to actually watch one of their engagements or, actually did their research, they actually know that this is actually true. The Prince of Wales, he went to Cornwall and he celebrates the people on Cornwall, celebrates the people in the Duchy of Cornwall. He doesn't sit there and say, right guys, this is my land, come and give me all the money, give me all the money. He does not say that, and this is a complete and utter propaganda from the Republic Party. Anyway, continuing. Instead, they act as stewards. Now, if the Republic Party are watching this and you don't know what stewards is, please go back to English literature and go look it up in the dictionary or something like that. Ensuring that these estates on the Duchy of Lancaster and Cornwall remain profitable and, benefit the wider economy and the community there, right? Profits of the Duchy of Lancaster fund the official duties of the monarch, while the Duchy of Cornwall supports the King and the Prince of Wales's public and charitable work. So again, the money that they make from there, they also pay into the Duchy of Lancaster and Cornwall to basically pay for the charities and the hospitals and the land and stuff like that on the Duchy of Cornwall and the Duchy of Lancaster. So not only does the duchies pay taxes, including voluntary income tax, hello, Republic Party, are you stupid? But their revenues, that they make from the Duchy of Cornwall and the Duchy of Lancaster, actually add fuel to jobs. Support rural businesses and contribute millions to charity. So without the monarchy, there's no charity to help the people that are actually forgotten by the government every single day in this country and across the Commonwealth. So if the royal family wanted to, they could actually have kept the full income tax free, but they chose not to, right? Meanwhile, the Crown Estate, worth billions, directly funds public duties and services, right? With its profits going to the Treasury, and if you don't know what the Treasury is, it's the government, right? Keyword there. And so rather than being a financial burden, the royal family's management of these land actually generates wealth for the country, right? Unlike the hypothetical Republican alternative, which would likely see the government sell off the land for short-term gain. And looking at this tweet while I was speaking, I'm just looking at it, I'm going, are the Republic Party stupid? Because everybody, if you don't know that, that's no big deal, but I think the Republic Party just don't bother. I've spoken to people that don't understand the monarchy, and they've gone and done their big research, and they've actually come back to me and gone, oh yeah, I've learned this, and this. This is what the Republic Party should do. They should go out and do some research like everybody else does, but instead they choose to do they choose to do their stupid Republic Party propaganda. Anyway, I don't want to spend too long on this one tweet, but anyway, all I'm saying is it's wrong. Oh look guys, the Republic Party is yet again wasting our benefits and wasting government money again. How fun. Look how fun they are, guys. Look how good they are. What even is that? Is that a dinosaur? No, let me see this. I'm sorry, that is a terrible dinosaur. That doesn't look very good. I'm sorry. Whoever made that, it's not good. I bet you that's full of very environmentally unfriendly stuff, and I bet you it's just gonna make litter everywhere it goes. Anyway, so basically, apparently the Republic Party, there is some that are not Republic Party, do not worry. Mostly the Republic Party are the biggest haters of the royal family. Anyway, the Republic Party have said Westminster, us and Chuck. What? Who's Chuck? So the dinosaur, you've named the dinosaur. Bro, these people are sad, mate. Sorry. Anyway, so they're going to be doing some Commonwealth Day protest. Again, people can't go to any of these royal events anymore and actually enjoy the royal family celebrating the amazing culture and the amazing diversity of the Commonwealth without just protesting. I mean, come on, Republic Party. Like, do you actually have something better to do? So they're basically, once again, basically wasting government funding on benefits. So the people that actually need benefits can't get any because it's used by these people going out and campaigning and ruining another royal event. So that's fun for them. So I hope they don't have fun. And all I'm going to say is I'm reporting on that later. I'm looking forward to it because the Commonwealth Day is a celebration of the amazing culture in the Commonwealth. And a celebration of all the countries. And yet again, the Republic Party is basically trying to ruin it. I don't see the government doing anything special like this and celebrating the amazing countries in the Commonwealth and around the world. Don't see the government doing this, so I don't know why the Republic Party had to be so mean. But anyway, the Republic Party is sad, and while the rest of you guys are at work today, paying taxes, paying road tax, these guys out here are just wasting all the money that you basically pay into the tax funding, and that money is being wasted by people to campaign for. This isn't even campaigning, this is basically a hate campaign, and they're doing this and trying to abolish the monarchy, when if they don't like the monarchy they could just step away. But you know, some people are just selfish. So moving on. Okay, so the next tweet we're going to be looking at is Chuck the Rex. Oh, is that the dinosaur? Bro, some people are just so sad, mate. I'm sorry. Like, if this was a carnivore, I'd understand, but come on, mate. Who is Chuck the Rex? Like, what? What? Let me see what it is. A relic from a bygone era. Is he comparing the dinosaurs to the royals? Why would you compare a dinosaur to the royals, mate? You can't compare it. That's like comparing an ant to a dinosaur. That'd be ridiculous. Anyway, okay, so the next one we're reacting to is a really boring one for Graham Smith. Let's have a look. What's Graham Smith? Oh, he's a CEO and he's a Republic, author of Abolish the Monarchy. Oh, good for him. Only ever wants to start an argument. Okay, he lives a sad life then because he only wants to argue with people, so good for him. Okay, so apparently Graham said that he's got a picture of the king, as I put on the screen right now, and he said, "Why would you support such obvious corruption?" Okay, right. Graham, so you're a CEO of Republic. Good for you. So the Republic, if you don't know what the Republic are, they want to get rid of the monarchy, right? They want an elected politician as their head of state, right? But let's have a look at the government's extensive corruption, right? So calling the royal family corrupt is misleading, right? You know, especially when compared to the actual corruption of the actual elected governments that we have in this country. The royals actually don't make laws, don't take bribes, and don't have secret offshore, you know, accounts like many politicians, you know, Graham? Come on. You know, their wealth is mostly inherited or tied to institutions like the duchies, which are managed transparently and taxed voluntarily. And just to add to that, they literally publish what they spend, whereas the government rarely post a post saying, "Oh guys, we spent this much money on the NHS." They don't post it because they actually just don't care. They probably use the money for the NHS to pay for their limousines to go to France. So let's just talk about the government's corruption, but we can go on. So meanwhile, governments around the world, including the UK, have a long history of MPs engaging in lobbying scandals, expenses fraud, and cronyism, right? Cronyism, sorry. And just look at the PPE contracts handed out during COVID, right? The MPs abusing expenses for personal gain, right? This is just the government, right? Like, literally is just the government, right? And unlike elected politicians, right, the royals, the royals can't be bought by donors or corporations. Right? Corporations, not corporations, sorry, corporations, right? They're scrutinised more than most public figures, and their financial affairs are far more open than any other member of the government, right? And we're sitting here talking about corruption. If corruption is the issue, maybe Graham Smith should focus on the politicians who pass self-serving laws, dodge accountability, and enrich themselves at the public's expense, rather than on a family that actually dedicates its life to public service. So, yeah, Graham, you're just boring and you're an idiot. Okay, moving on to the next tweet. Let's have a look for a tweet that I can look for. Okay, oh, here we go. There's a nice video which I'll pop on the screen. Okay, time to abolish the monarchy. It's watch Dr. Laura Clancy's full interview with the Republic below. I think I've watched it. It's very boring. She just whitters on about a bunch of crap, so let's just watch it.
I think we should abolish the monarchy as part of a social justice movement. So when I started doing this work, I was quite neutral.
Hold on a minute. So Dr. Laura Clancy, I don't know what she does. Is there anything on the internet about her? Because I don't actually know who she is. Lecturer in media, first class inequality, media representations and power. Doctor lecturer in media. So she's basically a lecturer in media. So she actually is not somebody to start speaking about the royal family because she's a lecturer in media, not a lecturer in history. So we can take her thing with a pinch of salt. Anyway, continuing. I love how she said, like, it's inequality. And I'm like, what? What inequality? Literally the government. Literally Republic. Anyone's part of the Republic is an idiot. Because I'm not even joking right now. They always say, inequality, shout inequality. Literally the politicians that they want in power are inequality. But the government that they're literally preaching about all the time is making it harder for students to get into universities and making it harder for people from disadvantaged backgrounds to get really high jobs like lawyers and doctors and you name it, they do it. And they've taxed schools. The children are actually out of school now and are homeschooled and the parents have lost their jobs. And talk about inequality. Should we just go on about the inequality of the politicians right this day? Literally, these people make out like the royal family literally run the country, but they don't. And, you know, the government made it harder for businesses, made it harder for charities, made it harder for everybody. And you're telling me that these people are claiming that there's so much inequality. And Dr. Laura Clancy is saying, oh yeah, I'm an inequality person. But literally, she's campaigning to get rid of a monarchy, which is all about equality and helping people that are less fortunate than themselves. And you're telling me these people are literally looking at them and saying, oh yeah, the royal family is the inequality here. Excuse me, mate, have you seen the government? So preach about inequality, Dr. Laura Clancy, but you literally didn't, you forgot about the government's extensive inequality. But yeah, whatever.
Didn't know a lot about the monarchy, went into it wanting to think about gender representation.
What do you mean by gender representation? What's gender representation got to do with the monarchy, mate? Let's look at the gender representation of the of the government, shall we?
The more I learnt, the more I realised how incredibly problematic this is.
Oh my god, this woman is actually so uneducated. What is literally the royal family treats everyone like the same. Literally, like.
Is. So the monarchy is an issue around histories of colonialism. It's about histories of...
Oh my god, shall we go down to the history of the politics, shall we? Because there's a really, really deep part of history. I mean, yeah, every single institution, including the government, has some sort of, you know, a sort of past that you look at now and go, oh, maybe not, you know? And the reason is because people look at the history and then forget that the history is based on the times and the times is based on the culture of that time. Now, unless this woman has learned history, she will not understand that what happened in the past was terrible, but it was based around the past culture, right? So in the past, the royal family did use slaves, and they used slaves because they gave opportunities to people that would have otherwise ended up on the streets. Now, yes, in today's world, we would not be sitting here clapping them for it, but they've also apologised for that, even though they had nothing to do with it. The modern royal family had nothing to do with this. It was centuries ago and none of them were born. So why we're blaming it on the royal family today, which don't use slaves, is really stupid how we bring up this past thing as if they still use slaves, which no one uses slaves. It's actually a criminal offence to use slaves. And also, you have to look at the timings. If the royal family didn't give opportunities to these slaves back in the time before anyone starts attacking me for this, back in the time would have not had a job. Now, again, we look at that now and go, that is inappropriate, they shouldn't have done that. But that was the past royal family, thousands of years ago, that did that because slaves was what people used. The Romans used the slaves. We're going to start shouting at the Romans now because they used slaves. Can we just look at this based on the time and not the fact that we're looking at it because we fancy attacking someone? The royal family used slaves just as everybody else used slaves in the times. You know, I bet you Dr. Laura Clancy used her family in the 1800s used slaves. Everybody's family would have used slaves. Even the slaves' families would have had slaves. So actually, at the end of the day, as much as I look at it now and go, that is disgusting, we should never have done that, these people should have had their own life and their own career. Back in the time, before anyone starts shouting at me, we'd look at that now and go, no, we would not do that, right? No one would ever do that now. But back in the time, That was normal, that was part of their culture, and that was something that everybody did, not just the royal family, that was something everybody did. And yet, again, that is wrong, but it was the culture of the time, okay? And I've learned history, I know about this. Dr. Laura Clancy clearly hasn't, and yet she's a doctor with a PhD, I'm guessing, so I don't know what PhD she's got in it, clearly media, because she doesn't know about that. But I'm just going to repeat that again. Back in the time, that was what the culture was. But we cannot blame that on today's royal family that have never used slaves, ever. I'm getting annoyed at Dr. Laura Clancy. I don't know what she's got a doctorate for, because she's clearly not speaking like someone that's got a doctorate, because somebody that's got a doctorate would clearly go into the history a bit more and go into a little bit more of this depth, you know? So, again, we have to look at it like that. Why do these people want to get rid of the monarchy? They want to get rid of the monarchy because of their history, not what they do today. And that is why this is the corrupt campaign. And that's why Dr. Laura Clancy, we should not be listening to her. Because she's looking at it as history. She's saying, right, history has done history. And so history has affected the people of today. But then if we looked at people like that, we'd be saying that to everybody. We'd be sitting there going, well, history has made this person do this, so therefore we should put that person in prison, and that's not true. People today are their own people, and regardless of their history, you have to look at what the person is today rather than their history. And some people's history is really wrong and dark and horrible, but you shouldn't judge their history of what their ancestors did, because the royal family of today was not around when their ancestors were doing those things. So we can't really, you cannot judge the royal family on what they have done or have what their ancestors have done today, because that's just stupid. Otherwise, we literally be looking at Laura Clancy and going, oh my god, what's your history? Looking into her history and say, well, you need to be abolished because your ancestor did this. So dumb. Anyway, let's continue reading her really stupid response.
It's about history of class inequality. It's about all of these things. It's not just about one thing. Okay, I think we should abolish them.
She didn't explain anything about why we should abolish the monarchy. She just said it's about inequality and background, but didn't mention anything about the fact that the monarchy actually, she just looked into the history, literally didn't understand the history, didn't understand the time, didn't do any research about the time of when all this was happening. These people are just really stupid. They need to go back to history class. I'm going to actually enroll some of them in like a history class in secondary school, because they clearly don't understand. Anyway, so let's look at another tweet. So, again, so there's another one called Campaign to Abolish the Monarchy. 7-point drop in net royal ratings in just 2 months. The Windsors are on the way out. There is not a drop in the amount of people liking the royal family. It's literally stayed the same. Like, this is from the Republic, so it's obviously got propaganda again. If you look at the actual places for like the polls of Britons and stuff, 75% people still like the royal family. So I don't know what that person's on about. I'm not spending that long on this. It's a bunch of crap. Okay, there's another one from Andrew Loney, whatever. He said, leading article. I'm falling asleep, it's so boring. Leading article, Sunday Times, 14th December 2024. Little wonder the royal family is delighted to be excluded from the Freedom of Information laws, and he haughtily ignores MPs while politely ask for details of land holdings. We are not allowed to know the contents of their wills. Indeed, what? Indeed, our supine MPs still abide by our content convention, never seen to discuss the rules in the Commons. That if this deference is not only outdated, it is counterproductive for a family that does much good but needs to retain public trust. That makes no sense, mate. What the hell are you whittling on about? He literally is saying that the Freedom of Information laws. Little wonder the royal family is delighted to be excluded from the Freedom of Information laws. What? You do realise, Andrew, right, that the royal family literally publishes what they spend the public money on, and then also 95% of the money that they actually have goes to the treasury because they have to be taxed of their extensive amount of money that they earn, and most of it goes to the treasury, which is spent on public economy. They only get 12% of the money that they actually earn. Can we have can we have a little bit of time to actually think about how much money they actually have? They literally keep 12% of the money that they actually have. Without the government, the royal family would probably be able to keep all the money that they earn. And they probably still wouldn't, to be fair. Because I feel like the monarchy like giving money to the economy for for the country. The Crown Estate makes billions and billions and billions and billions and billions and billions of pounds per year, and so they only keep 12% of that actual money that they make, which means that they keep millions, not billions. So actually billions of their money goes in, that actually is their money, goes into the treasury and is spent on public economy, which the government waste on buying limousines and Land Rovers. So actually, at the end of the day, Andrew, let's look at the MPs and how their freedom of information is not spent. I haven't seen the government send any of us a a leaflet of how much money they spend the public spending on. Don't ever get that. It's always secret. They don't care. I don't see where my tax is being spent. Tax just disappears into their pockets, and it just doesn't get seen. At least I see the work that the royal family are doing. They're helping communities and helping charities and helping people in the NHS and stuff. We don't see any of the money that the government spend our taxes on. So at least we see what the monarchy are doing, and it's good stuff. So I don't understand what this dude is on about. Oh, there's another one from Laura Clancy, my friends. It says the royals don't work. Okay guys, so I had to wake myself up because I was actually falling asleep because these people are so boring. Anyway, well, the royals are working, have engagements like every single day, behind the scenes and in front of the public cameras. They don't do it for PR. I don't see Prince William going, "Hey cameras, come and take a picture of me! Yeah, take a picture of me with this kid! Yeah, thanks mate!" I don't see Prince William do that. He just ignores the cameras and pretends they're not there. Maybe they do take pictures for their, their social media to update their fans. Yeah, that's fine. Everybody does that. I see the politicians doing that every day. They're all sitting there going like this in front of the cameras. Like, these people really annoy me. I'm sorry, I'm actually gonna shout. The politicians, meanwhile, you don't see them for days. Where's the politician? I haven't seen the politicians for days. I see them on the TV doing their little, House of Commons shout. I don't see the politicians actually out and about working. Like, we have 25 or something politicians, right? And I only see, 3 of them. And I'm like, where's the rest of the politicians, mate? They should all be sitting here working with the communities and stuff. You literally don't see the government. You don't see them. They're, out and about, maybe once, twice, 3 times a month, shouting at builders, going, "Oh, yeah, let's go and build this, let's go and build this." Why are we shouting about the monarchy, saying they don't do engagements, yet we see the monarchy more than we see the government?
I just want to pause there. Apologies, I look atrocious. I've been outside in the rain, and not rain, the windy rain. It's sort of spitting rain. Anyway, yes, I was just going to say that the monarchy absolutely love going out and meeting the public. They love going and being hands-on with the public and stuff like that. And that's something that the royal family thrive upon, meeting the public, getting involved in charity work, getting involved, paying the charities, etc. The monarchy, they love getting involved in the public. The government, meanwhile, they don't get involved with the public, probably mainly because they're in the offices, but the monarchy are the people that do the most hands-on work, and they're the people that celebrate the people in all of these incredible counties and countries and stuff like that. The government doesn't do that a lot, which means that the government is basically just an office block of people, basically. And the monarchy are the people going out and doing some of their duties, such as the government will tell the monarchy to go on a tour, and the government have told the monarchy to go on a tour for basically for them. And although the monarchy does their own engagements and does their own stuff, meeting the charities and stuff, when they go on official royal tours, that's because the government has told them to. So at the end of the day, you could say that the government is basically sometimes, not going out and seeing the people because they've got the monarchy to do it. Now, that's saying that the monarchy is probably, at the end of the day, more hardworking than the government. So, yeah, just thought I'd pop that in.
And yet the government are basically sitting on their chairs doing literal meetings behind the scenes, and we don't get any of that update. We don't get an update. If the royal family do a meeting, we get an update about it. Oh, the Prince of Wales has received this person at Windsor Castle. We don't see any of this for the government. I haven't seen the government on the TV I've seen them on the TV, yeah, but I haven't seen them do engagements regularly like the royal family. The royal family are working, and people will see work as office working and all this working. There are different types of working. Working, Dr. Laura Clancy, you'll know, is lots of different things. Literally, you are in the media, you should know this. There are loads of different kinds of work. Photography, people say all the time is not work. It is work. It's a different type of work, and people just don't understand this. That's why I don't like these people that sweep statements and go, "Oh, this is not work because it's this is not work because it's this." Actually, there are loads of different types of working. People work in different ways, and as long as you're not sitting on your bum watching television, you're working, mate. There's another one here from the Republic The Republic Party is a corrupt party, and it's not even a party, it's like a literal hate campaign over the royal family. Not only is it a hate campaign, it's also a inappropriate campaigning group, because they literally follow the rules everywhere with their "not my king" or "not my duchy" or whatever, and they use their stupid signs, which is a waste of public resources. They waste public resources as well by taking days off work, which have to be paid by benefits, because the amount of days that these people spend off work, there's no way that they're getting so many sick days off work. Literally, these people will literally claim all the time, oh, the government, the government's funding is being used to the royal family, blah, blah, but these are people walking around with these stupid yellow signs, looking like total Burks, saying, oh, yeah, these guys are using my money, blah, blah, but actually, the Republic Party are there every single day of their life, like, shouting at the royal family, going, yeah, not my king, blah, blah. The king just ignores them because he's like, I don't really care, these people are wasting my time, and good for him, because these Republic Party people are wasting public resources and public funding. You're paying your taxes to go to work, and these people are taking your taxes for benefits when they should actually be going out to their actual work and getting getting money for their family. The fact that they don't do that is because they have their own benefits. They sign benefits. They say they're campaigning when they're not. And they're not actually making a difference, they're just causing a riot. And they're right, there's a difference between actually campaigning for like fair rights and environmental crises and stuff like that, and being a hate campaigner, using public funding for your own benefits, and then actually depleting benefits to people that actually need it. So can we just get to the point where these Republic Party people are actually slammed for what they do? Because the Republic Party may look like those people that are like an official government group. Don't be fooled by their crap. I'm telling you now, I'm an educated royal journalist, maybe young, but I'm an educated royal journalist, and these people are using public funding to pay for their days off work. Anyway, they say apparently that the royal family doesn't increase tourism. Without the royal family, I don't know what these people think I don't know what these people think people come to this country for. They come for culture, which is all related to the royal family. They come for history, which is all related to the royal family. They come to this country for the royal family. Whether you like it or not, everything that people come for, they don't come to our country for theme parks. They don't come to our country we don't have a Disneyland here. Don't come to our country for Disneyland. They don't come for the weather. It rains all the time here, and they definitely do not come for our they definitely don't come for our government, because who sees the politicians as a tourist attraction? People don't come to this country because they see a theme park. Oh my god, we want to go to Chester World's Adventures. Maybe they do, but some people do. Maybe some people do. But most people will come here because they want to see our history, royal family, culture, royal family, traditions, royal family. So basically, the Republic Party is uneducated because everyone comes here for the royal family. Okay, guys, that's the end of the video. We hope you enjoyed looking at me reacting to tweets. I got really heated in some of them, and I tried to explain them in as little as detail as possible so you actually understand them. Anyway, so I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day wherever you are. Make sure to watch the Commonwealth coverage later. I'll be doing that. And I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day wherever you are. And I hope to see you in the next report. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye!